Okay, we'll be talking about this NFF bill that has been on for a very, very long time, since 2008, when the annual General Assembly Congress in Benue State, 24th of July, precisely, when the Congress met and approved the change of the Nigerian Football Association to Nigerian Football Federation. But right now, a bill's going on in the House of Assembly, Woolanta. It's going through the third reading and all that. That's the latest coming from there.
That's the latest. I mean, you just mentioned, I remember growing up then, and once we hear Decree 101, and you just start to wonder, like, oh, it just brings a lot of negative connotations. But that's the situation right now, and it looks like there's an update from Abuja on the matter.
Yeah, because the House of Rep have actually approved the report of its committees on sport on a bill repealing the Nigerian Football Association Act 2004 and reenacting Nigerian Football Federation. We will be joined by Honorable Joseph Ayodeji to talk more on this one. What's the process? What's the next step they will be having? Joins us live from Abuja. Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
What's the latest on this bill?
Well, yesterday in the House of Representatives, the committee of the whole House, approved the third reading of the bill repealing the Nigeria Football Association Act of 2004, and we also enacted the Nigeria Football Federation Act 2018. So that is the situation now.
Okay, right now, Woolanta, the bill will now be expected to go through a third reading and then be harmonized by the version earlier passed by the Senate. Okay, so what's this about? Tell us more about this.
Yeah, like you said, the harmonization will be done with the Senate. And once we don't have any gray area, once, we're in sync with the Senate, it will be presented to the president for his assent. And once the president assents to it, then it has become law in Nigeria. And that's what we're waiting for now. That's the process.
How long is this process likely to take?
Well, it shouldn't take long. I want to believe before the end of next month, I want to believe we should be able to sort it out.
Okay, what does this, if the bill, if it's repealed and all that, we having the Decree 101 is out and everything, what does this mean for Nigerian football?
Well, I think this brings about a new dawn in football in Nigeria. Why am I saying this? We've had several issues, several crises because of the existing law of the NFA. But with this new law now, which is in line with the statute of FIFA, a lot of issues, will have to be resolved internally. It now means that you can't go to court. It means that if you have, dispute, it has to be resolved through the FIFA statute or the Court of Arbitration for Sport. So a situation where maybe there will be election and we'll have different groups going to court, getting injunctions here and there, I think all that will cease. And it will also give backing, because there is no backing to most of the things that we've done. It's not yet law in Nigeria. So with this now, a lot of it will become law. A situation where the government will have so much influence, dictating what will happen in NFF, that will reduce drastically. So I think this will give a lot of independence to NFF.
Okay, so in essence, what you're saying is it's going to be, when this law is finally passed, it's going to be absolute autonomy for the Nigerian Football Federation.
Yeah.
Okay, now what happened to financial backing, financial implication? I'm talking about maybe the federal government wanting to actually fund the Nigerian Football Federation. Does that mean that will cease?
No. We'll still give fund. We'll still appropriate fund for NFF.
Okay.
And that is to the extent to which we can control them. Whatever fund we give to them, we want to know how they spend the fund. So we won't just leave them without giving them fund. We'll give them fund.
Okay, in terms of
the running or administration,
in terms of development and all that,
depend on them.
Okay, in terms of development and all that, maybe elections coming in and everything, will the bill affect that also?
Yeah, it's in line with the statute of FIFA. But a situation where maybe the government or the minister will have some representatives as part of the board, that one will cease.
Okay.
So everybody who has one form of affiliation with football or the other is entitled to contest.
So it simply means the Secretary General also would not be coming from the ministry. Secretary General can also, be voted for or appointed by the Nigerian Football Federation?
The Secretary General will be appointed by the Nigeria Football Federation. Okay. A proposal will be sent by the President, which the General Executive Committee has to consent to. So a situation where civil servant used to be General Secretary will cease.
That's a good one. Well, thank you so much, Honorable Joseph Ayodeji, for throwing more light on this for us to really understand what this bill will entail once it is passed into law. And hopefully, well, we'll get something really good from this.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Well, I think it's clearer now.
Yeah, it's clearer. I mean, well, the obvious thing you take away from this is the autonomy part of it. I mean, there's been issues about interference from the top. I'm talking from the government interference, which FIFA definitely frowns upon. FIFA doesn't like that at all, and that has almost put Nigeria in trouble a few times. And once this law is passed, then the NFF would have to, basically govern themselves. And it talks about it as well too. Perhaps the passing of this bill, of this law, is going to actually help, Nigerian football growth, the sustainable growth that a lot of football fans have been, wishing and hoping for a long time. Perhaps this is the time, and I'm just looking forward to seeing the impact of the removal of the Decree 101, which I said, every time you hear it, it just sounds like a monster. Decree 101. I used to
like
wonder,
you're tied to the apron of the federal government.
I used to wonder what was that was about when I was growing up, when I was a shorty and all that. But it looks like we finally get into that.
It said next month. I mean,
it said about a month.
About a month. So we should be looking at April, May. That will be out. So we know that, okay, we now have the real name, Nigerian Football Federation, backed by law. So that's what is important. And you no longer have the drama series.
Right.
Remember the NFF drama series?
Right.